Top 10 Sexy Female Movie Villains. When you think of villains, you think of evil, ugly, and horrible humans. Well, these gals may be evil, but they're far from ugly. Welcome to Digital Celeb. In this video, we're going to take a look at 10 of the sexiest female movie villains. But first, make sure you're subscribed to Digital Celeb for your weekly dose of celebrity news, gossip, and entertainment. Number 10. Santiago Pandemonium. Santiago Pandemonium, formerly Esmeralda, is a fictional character from the From Dusk Till Dawn series. She's the primary queen vampire of the Titty Twister, a strip club / brothel in the middle of a desolate part of Mexico. You know the typical movie setting, but what's not typical is the portrayal of the character by Salma Hayek. She pretty much wears a bikini, feathered headpiece, and a snake around her neck the whole time. Although the original film was not very successful at the box office, the film has achieved a cult status because Salma's role as Santiago was well received by viewers, claiming her as one sexy yet evil Latina. Number 9. Madison Lead. Charlie's Angels is one of the biggest female power kicks of all time. From the original television series to the million-dollar movie empire, the girls are sleek, they've got killer moves, and one major thing in common: they all love Charlie. But a former angel by the name of Madison Lead is far from heavenly. Played by the uber-gorgeous Demi Moore, she comes out of the water in slow motion, of course, with a surfboard and washboard abs to match. Her sultry look, killer moves, and an evil plan to kill Charlie and the Angels only makes her a bad girl you'll love to hate. Number 8. The Devil. If there ever was a devil, they're portrayed as ugly with horns and pitchforks, fire-breathing, and hellish. Now you can't get any more villainous than the devil, but in the 2000 movie Bedazzled, starring Liz Hurley and Brendan Fraser, the devil is anything but gross. The movie is very entertaining, but the fact that the devil plays all these very sensual, classic, and stereotypically sexy roles makes it even more fun. From a naughty nurse to a sexy schoolteacher, the costume changes are never-ending, with some outfits barely there. Brendan Fraser's character at first doesn't believe that she's the devil, to which she replies, "I am the devil, Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, the Prince of Darkness, well, Princess of Darkness anyway." Now how can you argue with that? Number 7. Mystique. Mystique is a fictional character who appears in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. She's also in a number of movies, television, and video game adaptations, typically in fiction related to the X-Men. Mystique is also a shapeshifter who can mimic the appearance and voice of any person with exquisite precision. So she can pretty much be whoever she wants. Now that's flexible. With that fiery red hair, that blue suit that pretty much looks painted on, what's not to love? Number 6. Poison Ivy. You never want to get in contact with Poison Ivy because that's one hell of a rash. But when Uma Thurman played Dr. Pamela Eiley, who turns into Poison Ivy, I'm sure there's a few who would love to get up and close and personal with this delicate vine. Although vicious, she's incredibly sexy and really has her own style with that famous red hair, the green suit, the confidence, and those kisses. She's one weed we don't mind growing in our garden. Number 5. Regina George. It's hard to believe that sweet-hearted Rachel McAdams was the mean girl in this movie. She actually wasn't the first choice for the role. Originally, Lindsay Lohan was set to play the role of mean girl Regina George, but the casting team thought she was too sweet and not bitchy enough. Maybe they should have waited a few years. Between wearing pink on Wednesdays, The Burn Book, and how could we forget those sexy yet totally inappropriate outfits for the infamous Jingle Bell Rock, Mean Girls became a cult classic, and Regina George was forever known as the sexy mean girl. Number 4. Hela. Thor Ragnarok was hailed as the best movie in the trilogy of Thor's solo movies, which was mainly attributed to how its sense of humor made it the most entertaining of the bunch. Cate Blanchett's performance of Hela showed us a very different character to what Cate usually plays. That costume, the seductive smoky eye makeup, and the inherent attractiveness of her massive amount of power makes her one of the sexiest female villains in any movie in recent times. She's certainly a lot hotter than Thanos or Supreme Leader Snoke. Number 3. Catherine Tramwell. Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. Need we say any more? Sharon Stone's murderous character in Basic Instinct was seen as one of the most iconic female movie villains of all time. The fact that she's a complete blonde bombshell may also have something to do with it. And let's not forget that interview scene where she flashed her whole Basic Instinct within full view of the camera. Stone plays Catherine Tramwell, who seduces her victims, gets them into bed where she stabs them to death with an ice pick. The movie itself went on to gross a whopping $350 million at the worldwide box office, and has been described as a neo-noir masterpiece. Most of its commercial success, though, can be attributed to Sharon Stone's sex appeal. Number 2. Harley Quinn. 2016 Suicide Squad was apparently not the biggest box office hit. It only made $745 million. In comparison to the other movies in the field, it wasn't that great. But one thing that became a mega worldwide hit was the character of Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie. Replica costumes the world over honoring her signature blue and red pigtails, the infamous tiny shorts, and those t-shirts that say puddin'. Although a crazy and complicated character, Harley became a pin-up overnight and was dubbed one hot villain. Number 1. Catwoman. One of the most famous Halloween costumes of all time. Every woman has fantasized about the sexiest kitty cat in the history of villains. She's appeared in a number of comics and is usually portrayed as Batman's side chick. The skin-tight black leather, the boots, the red lips, and that classic meow, Catwoman has become a sex symbol for the ages. But when Michelle Pfeiffer played her in the 1992 feature film Batman Returns, she took it to a whole new level of sexy, and that's why she's our number 1 sexiest female villain. And that's it for Top 10 Sexy Female Movie Villains. Who do you think is the sexiest female villain? Did we miss any for this list? Let us know in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Digital Celeb. Bye for now.